Greetings, my fellow anime fans. If you're like me, you love a good binge-worthy anime. Today I've got something special for you, a list of the top 10 anime series that showcase the best anime that came out this century. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and leave a like so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. So sit back, relax, and get ready to discover some of the most amazing anime series. Number 10. From Commonplace to World's Strongest. Hajime Nagumo's regular life is upended when he and his classmates are summoned to a magical world and tasked with saving humanity. While his peers have outstanding combat talents, Hajime is mocked for simply earning an inferior transmutation skill with no genuine attacking strength. Hajime is deceived by one of his classmates during an expedition in the Great Orcus Labyrinth, plunging him to the bottom of an abyss. Despite surviving the fall, Hajime is confronted with scary monsters and disasters that drive him into a bleak nightmare. Desperate to live and return home one day, he decides to fight for his life, only to meet Yu, an imprisoned vampire who is also trying to escape the labyrinth. Yu and a few others accompany Hajime on his adventure to find a way back home, while gradually transforming from commonplace to the world's strongest. Number 9. How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. Nobody can equal the power of the Demon King Diablo in the fantasy MMORPG Cross Reverie. He overpowers those who are dumb enough to challenge him, as he possesses the game's rarest artifacts and an unequaled player level. Despite his terrifying reputation, Diablo's true identity is Takuma Sakamoto, a reclusive gamer with no social skills. Takuma cares about nothing but his virtual existence, defeating hopeless rivals day after day, that is, until a summoning spell suddenly takes him to another realm where he possesses Diablo's look. Takuma is greeted in this new realm that resembles his favorite game by the two girls that called him, Remgelyu, a small Pantherian adventurer, and Shara Elves Greenwood, a busty elf summoner. In an attempt to subjugate him, they conduct an enslavement ritual, but the spell backfires, and they become his slaves instead. Takuma resolves to follow the girls in finding a means to unbind their contract while learning to adapt to his new life as the scary Demon King, as the situation becomes more unpleasant than ever. Number 8. Trigun. Vash the Stampede is the target of a 600 million bounty. He's a vicious villain who annihilates anyone who resists him and flattens entire cities for amusement, earning him the moniker the Humanoid Typhoon. He leaves a trail of death and ruin wherever he goes, and anyone who even makes eye contact with him is dead, according to tales. Vash, in reality, is a giant softie who claims to have never killed anyone and avoids fighting at all costs. Vash explores the wastes of the planet Gensmoke with his crazy donut fixation and buffoonish attitude in tow, all the while being followed by two insurance agents, Meryl Streif and Millie Thompson, who strive to minimize his impact on the public. However, their follies quickly turn into life-or-death circumstances when a crew of renowned assassins is sent to cause the trio harm. Vash's tragic past will be revealed, and his integrity and values will be tested to the limit. Number 7. The Misfit of Demon King Academy. A long time ago, a conflict between humans and demons caused widespread turmoil and bloodshed. Demon King Enos Voldegode willingly sacrificed his life to end this apparently interminable struggle, expecting to be resurrected in a peaceful future. In preparation for the return of their king, the demons established the Demon King Academy, an exclusive institution tasked with identifying Enos' identity when he reawakens. He reincarnates 2 millennia later, only to discover that the world's amount of magic has dwindled dramatically during his absence. Furthermore, when he enrolls at the academy to reclaim his rightful position, he discovers that demonkind has a different memory of him. His personality, his actions, and even his legacy have all been fabricated, masked beneath the name of an imposter. Because of this lack of common knowledge, he is the academy's outlier, a misfit never seen before in history. Despite these disadvantages, Enos remains undeterred. As he sets out to identify those who are changing his great past, he takes it upon himself to convince his descendants that their monarch has finally returned. Number 6. Tsukimaki Moonlit Fantasy. Makoto Masumi is sent to another planet to meet the goddess and become the hero as part of a strange contract made years ago by a goddess and his parents. However, the deity regards Makoto as hideous, refusing to even look at him and rescinding his heroic title. In exchange for the ability to understand all languages save human, the goddess forces Makoto to the darkest reaches of the wasteland, far from human civilization. Makoto's latent physical and magical talents awaken as a result of the discrepancy between Earth and this new universe, making him tremendously powerful. He encounters other demi-humans and legendary beings who are all charmed by his characteristics and join Makoto in creating a new civilization where they may all coexist together. Nonetheless, despite his achievements, Makoto longs to meet other people. Makoto and his comrades must realize his yearning in a world where the goddess herself has forbidden him from mingling with his kind, and perhaps transform society along the way. Number 5. The Irregular at Magic High School. Magic, long assumed to be mythology and fairy tales, has become a structured technology and is taught as a technical talent at the dawn of the 21st century. Students at First High School, the institution for magicians, are divided into two groups depending on their entrance exam scores. Blooms, or those with high marks, are assigned to the first course, while weeds are reserved students placed to the second course. Tatsuya and Miyuki Shiba, brothers enrolled at First High School, are the focus of Mahoka Kuku no Retusei. Miyuki is placed in the first course after taking the exam, whereas Tatsuya is dropped to the second course. Though his practical test results and position as a weed indicate that he is magically useless, Tatsuya boasts amazing technical knowledge, physical combat ability, and unique magic techniques, making him the outsider at a magical high school. Number 4. The hero is overpowered but overly cautious. There's an old adage that goes, "You can never be too careful." It is critical to plan for any event that may arise, even if it appears to be a waste of time. Also, in games like RPGs, it is advantageous to outperform your opponents in order to obtain absolute victory. These phrases almost exactly characterize Seiya Gwen. The hero prepares for his noble quest after being summoned by the goddess Ristark to save the realm of Gaybrand from destruction. While this may seem typical, despite having overpowering numbers, he spends a significant amount of time training himself. To be safe, he fights weak adversaries with his strongest talents and buys a plenty of food and potions. While his demeanor is grating, it could be Gaybrand's saving grace, especially in a world where evil powers control every expectation. Number 3. By the Grace of the Gods. A child named Ryoma Takebayashi lives deep in the jungle, distant from human interaction. He has a peculiar interest of keeping various varieties of slimes as pets. Furthermore, despite his youth, he possesses a strong physique and a good affinity for magic. All of this is because, after enduring tremendous adversity in his former life, three gods bestow upon Ryoma a second chance to pursue one goal, to relish the wonders of life. Ryoma encounters people that will affect his current life forever after 3 years of pleasant seclusion. When he meets and assists other troops in tending to a wounded comrade, the group persuades him to accompany them to the surrounding town's ducal family. Ryoma agrees and sets off to see the huge world outside his home. Number 2. Problem children are coming from another world, aren't they? Izaoi Sakamaki, Asuka Kudu, and Yukasakabe are extraordinary teenagers with psychic abilities who are fed up with their disproportionately mundane lives, until, unexpectedly, each of them receives a strange envelope containing an invitation to the mysterious little garden. Kurosagi greets the trio after they are inexplicably placed into a vast new universe, explaining that they have been granted a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to engage in special high-stakes games employing their powers. However, in order to participate, people must first join a community. When the group learns that Kurosagi's town No Names has lost its official status and abundant land as a result of their loss at the hands of a demon king, they set out to help recover the dignity of their new home, eager to safeguard its citizens and explore the excitement that Little Garden has to offer. Number 1. Black Clover. On the same day, Asta and Yuno were abandoned at the same church. Raised together as children, they learned about the Wizard King, a title awarded to the best mage in the kingdom, and pledged to compete for the post of the future Wizard King. However, as they grew older, the dramatic contrast between them became clear. While Yuno can wield magic with incredible force and control, Asta is unable to use magic at all and desperately seeks to awaken his powers through physical training. When they reach the age of 15, Yuno is given a magnificent grimoire adorned with a 4-leaf clover, but Asta receives nothing. However, Yuno is soon ambushed by a man named Lebudy, whose main goal is to steal Yuno's grimoire. Asta fights Lebudy, but he is outmatched. When he hears Yuno's voice, he finds the strength to persevere even though he is without hope and on the verge of defeat. In a wrath, Asta unleashes his inner emotions and acquires a 5-leaf clover grimoire, a black clover with enough power to defeat Lebudy. A few days later, the two companions set out into the world with the same objective in mind, to become the Wizard King. We hope you enjoyed our recommendations and found something new to add to your watch list. Whether you're looking for a thrilling adventure, a heartwarming romance, or just a fun escape from reality, these anime are sure to satisfy. Let us know in the comments which of these anime you've already seen or which ones you're most excited to watch. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel for additional anime recommendations and updates. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.